point that Michael is making is that sometimes when you are an entrepreneur, you walk into your purpose. It does not happen because you decide one day that you're going to build a technology company. You just realize you have a carpe diem attitude, which means seize the day, seize the moment. And when you do that, you succeed quite well. Most of us up here have been in certain circumstances that have dictated the course of our lives. Never did I think that I was going to be a venture capitalist. I just got angry one day about access to capital for minorities, and I said I got to do it myself. There's a lot of reasons why you get into entrepreneurship, but certainly most of us who are successful naturally let ourselves walk into our purpose. And so thank you for the question.
Oh, very good. Thank you, Hezekiah. And there's so many good things that you all have said, and I appreciate Hezekiah sharing some of his story. And I think about, you know, one of the things about entrepreneurship is the challenge that comes up. And there's an internal challenge and there's an external challenge. There's the, there's the influence of those around you who believe in you, and there's the influence of those around you who don't. And then there's your own internal doubts and fears. And Robert, what do you think about how a true entrepreneur, we're talking about you are a CEO mindset, believing that I'm a CEO within myself first. What would be some advice you would give to that challenge that comes up when you're trying to pursue your dream and your goal?
Well, I'd start by saying that, first of all, if you're looking at where does that internal burn come from, where does that desire come from, number one, it's not for everyone. So if you don't have it, that it's just telling you something about a different path you should take. So everyone, I don't recommend it for everyone, because anyone who's been an entrepreneur can tell you about those moments when you were writing personal checks to keep your business alive, you were negotiating with the power company to keep the lights on, you were negotiating with suppliers because you couldn't pay them for 60 days and their terms were 30 days. So those are all the things that come up that are very important for you to kind of prosecute. And I always say prosecute your own agenda. I ran a venture fund for a number of years, and I'd read a number of business plans, maybe 25 a day. And I never looked for why a situation would work. I looked for why it wouldn't work. So when you're looking at your endeavor, don't get excited about the upside. Look at the downside. What could go wrong? And if it goes wrong, how would I react to it to get it on track? Or do I have the resources and the internal fortitude to get it back on track? Entrepreneurs are actors. We know a little bit here and a lot to the left and right we don't know. And a good friend of mine gave me the advice many years ago to be a successful entrepreneur, be sure that you're always in the mix and fake it until they get to the part you know. And then that's when you shine. So if you're an entrepreneur, number one, understand that, as I said before, the business is going to own you. So first of all, do you have the mentality for that? Can you work 7 days a week? Can you work 16 hours a day? Can you spend a half-day Christmas with your family, then get on the phone talking to some people? And this goes on through holidays. So those are all the, if you will, the prices that an entrepreneur pays. And understand, there's a failure rate of about over 90%. And that's for a reason, because it's a long, hard road to hoe. And so if you're getting into it because you're going to be rich or because you're going to own something, or that's ego. And I'd say if there's anything that causes one to fail as an entrepreneur, it's an inflated sense of ego. Pride is important, confidence in oneself is important, but if you feel you're the only sharp pencil in the box, chances are you're going to miss some opportunities, and some things are going to go past you that could have been monetized that you won't see. So my plea has always been surround yourself with people smarter than you.